Hey, what's up, my friends? This is the longest time I have not been on live in 2022, and I am happy to be here tonight. Thank God I'm able to be here. Always blessed um, when I wake up on this side of the dirt. So, yeah, it's been a crazy couple of weeks, but um, it's been all good. It's been all good. I count it all joy. And tonight, for our radiant wrap, I wanted to share a few things. So I've been coming on almost every Thursday, unless I can't help it. If I'm in the sky somewhere flying at that time, then I don't come on live. But I usually come on and try to bring value add, something that is helpful, is useful for at least one person. That's what I feel led to do. And it's always about ways for us to be more radiant, right, in our lives. And radiant is not just a word, it's the acronym for the things that I believe that we need to be healthy and whole, like rest, that's the R, activity awareness, being aware of what it is that we're doing, diet, introspection, that's our prayer and meditation, agua, our water, note taking, journaling, those things, and then training, actually, the physical conditioning of our body. And I thought tonight, like each quarter of this year, I've been sharing my journey, where I am on my journey with the hypertension and autoimmune, they would say, autoimmune disease, which mine is hyperthyroidism. I would say the doctor says it's in remission. Okay, whatever you want to say. But I thank God for where I am in that journey. So for those of you that don't know, a few years ago, I think it's been 3-4 years ago now, I was diagnosed with hypertension. And at the same time, that same year, I was diagnosed with this autoimmune. And I mean, I was really doing things pretty well, exercising, eating healthy, just ate chicken and fish. That was my main staple in my diet. And so the doctors were telling me that, hey, LaTanya, how you doing, Tanya? Lady Tanya, you're so sweet. I felt like I was doing the things that I needed to do, but the doctors were just telling me, some of it is just genetics and some of it is just, the luck of the draw. So I was being responsible. I started taking the medications that I needed to take because I felt like I was doing what could I do? I was doing these things. So in that time, within a year after taking those medications, the medications were not keeping me stable after a year, right? Go for my checkup, things were not getting better. They weren't improving, nor were they even staying stable. They were for a while, but then after the year, they started talking about increasing my medication, changing meds, like trying different things, blood pressure medications and stuff like that. And so I was very prayerful about what to do. And every year my church goes on at the beginning of the year, a variation of a Daniel diet. And all that basically is taking foods out of our diet for 3 weeks. And over that 3 weeks, by the last week, you're vegan, basically. You have no dairy, no meats, no treats in your diet, no processed sugars in your diet. So that year, it's 22. So that year, January, we started. 3 weeks it goes. At the end of that 3 weeks, I never went back to meat and dairy. So that was one thing I did. And then the whole year, I kept trying. I was still being very responsible, taking my blood pressure every day. I still take my blood pressure several times a week. I encourage you all, take your blood pressure. Please take your blood pressure. And yeah, I'd love to. I know we need to catch up. I've tried to catch up with you a couple of times, Tanya. But yeah, I definitely want to catch up with you and even getting feedback because I know, you've been using some of the products that I use. So um, within that year, I also as 2021 went on, I started taking some new products and supplements with it, with what I was doing with my diet, which I was basically vegan for all intensive purposes. Now, for all of you radical vegans, I am plant-based. I have to say that to the radical vegan. I am plant-based because I still take omegas. I still wear my leather shoes and have my leather purses. I'm sorry, I love you, but I'm talking about me. So is for you, the definition, I'm plant-based. For the rest of the world, when I go to a restaurant and things like that, for them to understand, I have to say I'm vegan, right? So anyways, because I do not have dairy, I do not have any meat, seafood in my diet. Okay, so the beginning of this year, just trying to make this quick, the beginning of 23, actually the end of 21, right? I went off my meds. And then I shared with many of you 3 months ago in the second half, so in the summer, right, that I had gone to the doctors, both of them, my general practitioner and my gastroenterologist, about the autoimmune. And that's when she told me that I was in remission from that. Thank you, Lord. And my general practitioner that was just like, really didn't believe that I was going to be able to manage my blood pressure just based on my family history and my age. It was just time for this thing to show up, and that my readings were within a healthy range. Some days are so much better. Like yesterday was just mwah, mwah, beautiful. It was 116/76, I think. Oh my gosh. And so it's not like that every day. Sometimes I sit down and take my blood pressure and then I have to sit. I know, right? There's my Posy Pose is my yoga teacher, Jennifer. It is a beautiful story. I thought I told you that story before, Jennifer. But so some days I have to just sit and be like really calm and go into my meditation. Not, and I pray all the time too, but I know a lot of you pray, right? And you got high blood pressure and stuff like that. And this is not me. Two things. It's not one, me telling you not to take your blood pressure medication or any of your other medications. Please take your medications. Please take your medications. And then you can do things to move towards possibly decreasing or even coming off of medications, but you just don't do it just off of a whim. And then number two, I do not say any of these things to brag or to boast on myself. I give God all the credit. I mean, I could do all these things and it's still, I would comply and be on medication if God, didn't say, you know what, you're back in a homeostasis and you don't need these medications. But my primary care physician, I basically had to show her, and I just did it in a very responsible way. So anyways, if you all have any questions about more of that, you can ask me offline. So what I wanted to do today, because that was what I shared, I think around July, after I finished my doctor's appointment. So this quarter, I said, well, I just wanted to give you an update. Everything continues to be okay. If they are not, if I need to go back on blood pressure medication, if I needed to go back on something for my hyperthyroidism, I will do that. But for me, because of side effects of medications, if I don't have to, or if I can minimize what medications I take, I'm going to do that because I know the side effects of medication, and it is a spiraling rabbit hole kind of a situation. You usually get on these things and it just goes from there. And I am 60, so if I can go a longer period of time, to my 70s, to my 80s, to my 90s without medication, the rest of my life without medication, then that's going to be my story. So I wanted to share with you tonight 10 items that I take daily for nutrition. 10, because you might wonder, well, what is it that I do? So one of the things, you see me do this all the time. The main one, this is like number one priority of what I take. Now, I'm not talking about what I do. I meditate every day. I pray every day. I read the Bible. I study. I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm talking about what I take. So water, number one, and then lemon. You see, this is, someone asked, like a lot of times people will look at this container. This is just a container I've used over the last several months. And it's new and I like it. It's a half a gallon of water, but it's tinted in color. So there's nothing in here that's colored. It's just water. And I have a purifier on my refrigerator. I just pour the water in here from my refrigerator, and I use a whole lemon, and I put a lemon in my water. And to be honest, some days, like the lemon might be for 2 days. So maybe it's a half a lemon if you think about it, because it really does work and the lemon doesn't really go bad. And so I use that same lemon, and then, I will replace it after that. So those are the number two things. Number three, I use or I take BioCell liquid collagen. And so that is patented a collagen that I use. Hey, Miss Sheila, my friend. That is a liquid collagen that I use, and that is with the company that I partner with. And I want to say that it's real important, I think, for me to share that you can look at other, products, of course. I'm not just saying, just look at mine, even though I am, because it's a multi-patented product that has HA matrix in it, technology. It's great for my joint mobility. I'm almost 60. And I was sharing this week. I went, like, one day when we were on a hike, Kevin and I, we just went to Vancouver. We were in Seattle. I mean, we've been like traveling like crazy. And one day at the end of the day, I had 30,000 steps. And since I've stopped, running half marathons, 15Ks, stuff like that, 10Ks, I don't get 30,000 steps, but I had 30 up, like mountainous. Where'd you all go? Are you still there? Okay. Up mountainous terrain and stuff. And then last week, 2 days last week, I did a video shoot, 8-hour video shoots where I talked and I did exercise all day. And on Thursday, I did that. When I came back in on Friday, I'm the oldest one on set. And, just like younger people. I mean, I'm almost 60. So these are the camera crew, the hair and makeup artist, the producer, the director, the, what do you call, the audio person. There's somebody that, like, the teleprompter. They're all younger. And they're looking at me like, because I'm ready to go. And they're like, do you want coffee? No, because I don't drink coffee. Aren't you sore? No, I'm not. And I just laughed. I told them, I said, when I left here last night, I had a fitness volunteer commitment at my church. So I left here and I worked out. So if any of you see this, like Minister Charlene, any of the FIT crew, that workout Thursday night was the hardest thing I did out of the whole day. But I expected to be sore the next day, just like when I went hiking. I expected to be sore. I'm going to stop expecting it because I wasn't even sore. So the BioCell liquid collagen, no, it is not like the other collagens on the market. And then I take Trim, which is another product that we have. And that has the CLA collagen technology in it, but it like supports fat burning. And so it's really good for weight loss. Not that I need to have, really not, I'm not really trying to lose weight or anything like that. I just like maintaining my weight. And so, and I wanted to try the product and I really liked it. So the liquid collagen, I just wanted to be able to, because I have a lot of clients that use it. So I wanted to be able to try it and attest to the taste and stuff like that. And I really like it. So I haven't stopped using it. So every day I take those things. Another product that I take every day is a Trebiotic. This Trebiotic that we have, it's called Trebiotic because it has a pre, pro, and postbiotic. And at 60, you get the bloating, the tummy bloating. That Trebiotic is the bomb. And it also helps with, that's the main reason I take it. But it also helps because a lot of people, they have the biome in the gut. Well, mine was probably off a little bit too, but the biome in the gut can get imbalanced. And a lot of the imbalance is sugar bacteria, sugar craving bacteria like Candida. It likes sugar. So it's really hard for you to not want all of the pasta and sweets or, whatever your cravings are, that are, carb related cravings, bread, stuff like that. So that Trebiotic is really helpful for that. And I noticed like my bloating has gone down. And like a lot of people at 60, I'll be 60 in December. I mean, you just get the bloating. I don't care. Your legs look great. You just get the bloating. So it's really helped with that. And then I like Orgain protein. So as a plant-based, a vegan person, you have to make sure that you get enough protein. So most mornings, almost every morning, I'll have, or at some point in the day, I'll have Orgain. And I get mine at Costco's. And so it comes in a really big tub and it's plant-based. And so it has one serving, which is 2 scoops, has 21 grams of protein, plant protein. So I like that. And I use 3 scoops. So that gives me 30 grams of protein. So I start my day with that. And then I eat fruit every day. Every day I have fruit. So the main fruits I have every day is a banana and berries. I always have those. And then I may have other fruits, like whatever is in season. Berries aren't necessarily in season. I'll have them frozen. I just got to have fruit. So I'll put those in my Orgain shake, just with water, the banana, the berries, and I'll put greens in those, sometimes kale, sometimes spinach. So vegetables, I have 10 to 12 servings of vegetables every day. I know most of you don't do that. You might not even have 3 servings. And I want more. Like I feel like I need to have more. So I'll supplement those too. And I didn't even say the vitamin supplement. I don't even have that as one of my 10, but I do take a vitamin supplement too, and that is the OptiPack. I don't even have that on here, but I take that every day. Okay, but that would be number 11. So 7 was fruit, 8 is vegetables, 9 nuts and seeds every day. I have them. They're good. They have protein in them too. They have healthy fats in them, fiber, vitamins. So I have that every day. And I know we think it's a lot, Miss Sheila. We think it's a lot, but it's what is recommended. I mean, 10 to 14 servings is what is recommended. That's why I know most people don't. And that's why it's important to look at supplements that your body is going to absorb. And I really like the OptiPack because you don't have to, like you open your cabinet, you got this, and this, and all these different brands and manufacturers. It's not like scientifically portioned out properly. So anyways, I definitely believe that what on the nutritional label, what is recommended, right? For our daily allowance, what is recommended is 3 to 4 servings. That's minimal. See? So a lot of times we'll, oh, we need 3 to 4 servings. Well, that's not for optimal health. They're not even talking about optimal health. They're just talking about minimal health. So I'm talking about optimal health, to be able to do the things that I'm doing now at 60, right? I keep saying 60. I need to say at 59 because I'm not 60 for a couple more months, right? Okay, so so nuts and seeds, that's number 9. And then 10, dark chocolate. I have dark chocolate almost every day. I could have put popcorn. I have popcorn a lot too, but I don't have popcorn as much as I have dark chocolate. Now I have vegan dark chocolate. So the brand of choice that I get it from Publix, that I can get really easily, is called Endangered Species, because they have it at Publix. I use protein. I'll do a separate one on just foods. And so I can talk about a little bit like the protein bars. I get those from Publix too, the ones I like, vegan protein bars that I like. But dark chocolate, I mean, yeah, it has minerals, it has magnesium, it has zinc and copper and those things. But I get that from the multi-pack too, anyways. And I get it from my fruits and vegetables. So any of you that are and the magnesium, you're having trouble sleeping, you're having trouble with cramping, it just could be that you're not getting enough potassium, you're not getting enough magnesium in your diet. Those are some of the things that are important to get. Whew! Those are the 10 things. I really threw out 11, 12, but those are the things. So you want me to go through them over again, or you got them? All right. So what I'll do, okay, so real quick: water, lemon, the BioCell liquid collagen, trim, Trebiotic, Orgain protein that I get from Costco, the big kind. If you get it from Publix, it's so expensive. Fruit every day, minimally, berries and bananas, minimally, because usually I'm going to have an apple, I'm going to have orange, something else. Nuts and seeds. And with nuts and seeds, you got to be careful, because if you can't eat too much of them, because it's healthy, but if you eat too much, if you have too many calories, then it's going to you're going to have weight gain, and you're going to have your proportions of protein and carbohydrates and fat, which you need all of them, I believe. I follow the science that says you need all of those things in balance. So I have to kind of manage, because I love cashews, I love pistachios, I use flaxseed, I use I'm missing one, flaxseed, and darn, I'm missing one. I know I'm missing one, but anyways, that was 9. 10 is dark chocolate, because I just love, that's my like little treat. And so it's same thing. I use vegan dark chocolate, but I don't have like a whole bar, I have a little piece, like that a day. And that's enough. Once your gut health is in check, you won't have all that sweet craving. Like your fruit and a little bit of sweet will be enough. But that's after you get your gut back into balance. Does anybody have any questions? I'm going to put like the list of the products that I have, that I support, that I take, that I promote. And thank you for supporting my small business. If you want to look at them, I'm going to add a link in the comments. So the link will go to a shopping cart, and it'll have all of them. So it'll be a bunch, but you can look at whatever interests you, you can just click on that one, and then you can do your own research, and you can, look at more information about it. And of course, if you have questions, you can let me know. And then you can delete it from the cart, anything that you don't want, and then keep in the cart what you do want. So this is the first time I've ever even come on live and talk about the products that I promote and that I take myself, but I thought it would be helpful and useful for you to hear, what am I doing? What am I taking? So if you have questions outside of, we went a little long today, but if you have questions outside of this video or in addition to it, or comments, please, just put them in the comments or go into my DM and send me a private message if you like. I mean, I'm really easy to get in contact with, but I'd love to hear your feedback. Let me know what you're taking. Let me know what you're doing. If you find it useful and helpful. You're so sweet, Tanya. I just love you to pieces. So thank you, my friends. I love all of you, and I appreciate you. I don't take your time for granted. If you are still listening to this is like at the end of this. Wow. I do appreciate you. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. Not a thing. You have greatness inside of you. I believe in you, my friends. Take care. Until next time. Bye for now.